Well, hey, you guys. God bless all of you. Thanks for watching Mike Reed Outdoors. Happy Thanksgiving. Guys, it's Thanksgiving evening here in the state of Virginia, and the weather has just been roller coasting. It's going from the 30s up to the almost 70 degrees. I'm not going to let my deer meat hang there that long in that type of situation, even with salt on it, without smoking it and going ahead, smoke curing it and putting it away. I just don't feel safe for going that roller coaster up and down, up and down. So I don't mind it. Years ago when we did this, it would be in the 30s, and it would stay in the 30s the entire time. So you didn't have a problem with bacteria going to build up in the meat as the temperature goes up. So I've got this little outdoor set here that I was building years ago that I don't really use anymore to make videos, but today I'm going to make a video and show you how to smoke your deer ham. So stand by. All right, you guys, I'm just getting the fire started. You can see I've got the hams hanging right there. We're going to have just a slow, smoky hickory fire when I'm done right here. So I'm just giving you a picture of what them hams look like in the beginning. Now guys, this is called the cold smoke method right here. In other words, we're not cooking this meat right here, we're just smoking it. If it was a hot smoke method, you would be raising the temperature, inside temperature up of that meat up to where it would actually be cooked. But what we're doing is we're just going to cure or smoke cure those hams right there with that slow smoldering hickory fire. Guys, if you're ever out in the wilderness and you happen to have to do this method right here, if you've got a way to make a teepee shelter like the Indians did, many and many a pound of meat, buffalo, deer, elk, guys, was hung in the tops of shelters like teepees, and the smoke going out of the top of that shelter, that daily fire, those fires that were always burning inside those teepees, would cure that meat right there. That's one way that you can do it. So remember that. You don't have to do it out when it's raining or stuff like that. I mean, you've seen me do that type of jerky before with an open fire, but if it starts to rain, that sort of ruins the whole situation. So if you've got a way to build some type of a shelter that you can hold the smoke inside of, like this little building right here that I was building, that's the best way to do it. See, that smoke's laying real low to the ground. That barometer's getting ready to drop. We're supposed to get some snow in here by the first of next week. And really a big cold front to come through. But I can't wait on that to happen, you guys. That green hickory's smoking really good too. That's going to be some really good venison right there. Just right, you guys. If you can hold your hand right above it and it's not burning your hand, then you're not cooking that meat right there. You're basically at the same temperature as making jerky. Now guys, another way of doing this, years ago when I did this where I used to live, I had like an 8x10 smokehouse, a great old big smokehouse. And what I did was I would take and hang that meat up in the rafters of that smokehouse, the hog and the deer, and had this little bitty stove in there. I know you guys have seen them, they're camping stoves. Got one little door that opens on the front and two little eyes on the top. I would just take that stove and take the pipe off of it and let the smoke come out inside the building. And that's the way I smoked it up there in that particular shop. There's all kind of different ways of doing this. And you all, one other thing I want to tell you. You can almost measure, if you want to, the amount of water and blood that the salt brings out of this meat right here. These two hams right here weigh almost 45 pounds. Just in the length of time that I've had them salted, I've got almost a half a gallon of blood and water out of those hams. Well, guys, there's nothing like doing it the old-fashioned way. That's a perfect, smoky, smoldering fire right there. I went over there on the side of the hill there and found some birch and added to this fire right here. And that birch will also give the meat a good flavor right along with the hickory. Also found a chunk of old apple over there that will help out as well. So I got a couple hours to go Yeah, so that's what. Well, you guys, the sun's going down, the temperature's going down. It's done went down at least 10 to 15 degrees. I'm going to let these things smoke another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to take them back to the workshop down there and probably just go ahead and cut them up.